Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello. Just looking at my mic, make sure. Okay, let me know if everything looks okay, sounds okay, because I had equipment issues this morning. So let me know in the chat if you can hear me, we can see me fine. I feel like the video is kind of weird, so let me know if it's okay. I don't know if it's just on my side or what. It is, oh my goodness, it is November 7th, 2025, 10:01 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the US. Oh my gosh. Let me drink my coffee first, okay? So, that's a mouthful. 10:01 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the Midwest USA. A bit frazzled this morning because I have equipment issues using a different camera and everything. So I hope everything looks okay. So let me know in the chat if everything looks all right. Welcome to another live Bead and Chat slash help session with Fen Li. We are currently live on YouTube, currently live in the Fen Li Beadwork Instructor Facebook page. And let me go ahead and share if it's is live or it's not connected. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's not. Oh, it is. I just thought things are just not working. So it is. Hang on, let me share it to the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. And then we're off. Hello. Good morning again. We are currently live on YouTube, the Fen Li Beadwork Instructor Facebook page, and we're also live in the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. Welcome to another Bead and Chat live with me, Fen Li. Well, I originally have a guest, but I'm guessing she's having some technical difficulties. So it's just me. It's just me today. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Let's see who is on. Hello, Vanya. Good morning. I think you're in the US. Hello. And April is here also. Hello. Let me know what you guys are working on. So Vanya, April, let me know what project you're working on. So I think I will go ahead and continue with my Cosmos project. Okay, so this camera is not working as well for all the, so yeah, just equipment issues. Sorry to bore you with all this stuff. But so working on Cosmos, if you're noticing quality issues, that's probably why. I'm hoping the audio works okay today. So let me know in the chat if everything looks all right. Also, hit the like button, hit subscribe, share it so that it reaches out to more people. I'm trying to do this. Well, I am on YouTube, so doing this YouTuber thing. All right, so, all right. Let me go ahead and I need to fix this here. And again, today, if you look at the thumbnail and also the title, we should have a guest, Dawn Moneyhan. She is an indigenous tribal elder, but Dawn's not here. Where are you, Dawn? She's probably having technical difficulties at this time. So we're just going to go on until she hops on. And as always, this is my office hours. So if you have any questions on French beading, put your questions in the chat and I'll see what I can do. All right. April says working on wisteria and an orchid wedding gifts. Ooh, cool. Your daughter's wedding? Alexandra from Greece. Hello. What time is it in Greece? Okay, Vanya's in Maryland. Working on the red clovers and the spruce bead along. Oh, everyone, if you are not aware, in the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group, we have a bead along right now led by Anna on a beaded spruce tree. So join our group if you want to join in with the bead alongs. Okay. Sue is from London. Hello. Hello, Deborah. Indigo Farm from Alberta, Canada. Snowing already. Well, it's going to snow this weekend over here, supposedly. It's going to be cold. Today, I am going to try to finish. Like, there are things in my background that keeps dinging, and I don't know why. Hang on. Let me plug in my computer just in case. All right. So what is dinging there? And hopefully my connection is okay because it was like on and off. So if it goes off, well, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it, right? If it goes off, hopefully it's fine. Hopefully it's fine. Snowing, yeah, it's a beautiful day, kind of like 40s, 50s, I think, Fahrenheit. And it's going to snow this weekend. So I need to finish up prepping all of my garden stuff, right? I need to finish prepping all of the garden stuff before I can, well, before the snow. There's lots to do. So it's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a busy day. Okay, Deborah from Michigan working on Christmas ornaments. Awesome. Deborah, are they French beaded ornaments or just regular ornaments? Okay, so this is the Cosmos that I had issue with that I'm going to, this is from like 2 weeks ago that I can get it flossed correctly. So we're going to fix it today, right? I don't know how long it's going to take for me to work on this trellis project. So this Cosmos here, if I move myself, if you can see right in the background there, that's the trellis that I'm working on. It's been sitting there since what? Since this past summer. I was working back there this summer. I guess it just depends on where my mood is for a while. Now that I'm back at my desk, all my equipment is here, then I'm just back here, right? So now I'm back here. So it's just whatever is easiest. I hope I can get my other camera working again because this is annoying me not have the equipment I need. Okay. Sue says, just received my first order of wire and beads. Going to try the November tree as your first project. Awesome. Looking forward to seeing it. The tree looks like it is a beginner level project. Let me go ahead and take a look in the group. I think it looks like a beginner project with maybe like fringes or something. Yeah, it looks like fringes. So easy peasy. You'll do great. You'll do great, Sue. Okay. Oh, Deborah's making peyote stars. Awesome. Okay. I don't know what is dinging in my background. What the heck? Can you guys hear that? Can you hear the ding, ding, ding? Or no? I just hope nothing is wrong. Right? I just hope everything is all right. Okay, I'm gonna keep working on these cosmos. And as I'm working on this, if you have any questions, like I said, this is my office hours. If I'm here for your questions. If you have any questions on any of the projects that you're working on. Sue says, I do have experience with wire and beads that used to make tiaras and brides. Okay, yeah, then it should be easy peasy for you. I got my coffee, just black today. I went without coffee for like a week. I ran out. And then, oh boy, did I just get so it's just dragging, right? Just dragging. I do want to show some. Okay, Vanya, yes, fire alarm battery. It's connected to, but I don't hear it now. I think I don't hear it. But yes, you're right. I turned it off. It's connected to our to our wiring. And even when there is, what's funny is like I didn't even notice it for a long time. Like it's just like in the background, but this noise is from my computer. I don't know what this whole noise is from my computer. And I keep hearing it and I don't know what the problem is. Okay, so I do want to show off some of your Clover projects. I showed off some last week. So, but I do want to show the rest this week. Just whatever is coming in as you guys are finishing up your Clover projects. Who said they were finishing their Clover? Vanya said she was finishing up the Clovers. Okay. Video. Screen. Okay. So here are all of the pictures so far. Well, we're just going to go through all of them. All right. What is it? There's nothing. I am so perplexed. You guys, I am so perplexed. Teresa, hello, good morning. Right now, we're just showing off some of our finished clovers from everybody here. Let me see. Can y'all see? Oh, I think I need to share a different screen. I need to share a different screen. Not this screen. That's just my different screen. Okay. Sorry, low slow today. Low slow today. You're like, Fen, that's every day. That's true. That's very true. Every time I'm on, right? And I'm sorry if you hear for Dawn Moneyhan. She is probably having some technical difficulties, and she is not here. So hopefully she comes on when she figures her stuff out. But in the meantime, I'm going to show off some of your stuff. Screen. Here we go. Got it. Okay. All right. So this is Allah's white clover. I think she said she was still going to be working on her red clovers, but this looks awesome. Nice angle too. You can see like the leaves and everything. Great job, Bella. Okay, let's see. I think we looked at this one from last week. Alette's clovers. I love the pastel colors, and I think Alette said she is a beginner beater, beginner French beater, and Alette, I am very impressed with how slim the wires are. So it doesn't look like it's floss. Let me see. No, the stems aren't floss, which is okay if that's your preference, but definitely impressed with how slim they are. So you have taken what I said to heart. Okay, Allison's white clover, and she did say she was still working on the red ones. And again, awesome flossing, very thin stems. Yep, those are the things that I'm looking at. So good job. Okay, ooh, look here, Diane's, let me see. Okay, awesome job. There's a little bit of, well, I guess towards the top of the, can you see if I like do this? Like, this could be, I think if you take some pliers, like this, I'm not sure if we can see it properly because it's right kind of small. But if you look at the, oh, I think you can see it. Okay, if you look at here, if you take some pliers and crush this here, you can make this stem slimmer. All right. Okay. Next. Sometimes, okay, not next. I'm gonna keep talking. Sometimes, when we like the bottom of wires, they will just kind of bulge out, right? So if we can, maybe it's my camera. Let me turn this. Let me undo this. Maybe it's, I think it's like trying to connect, messing with me. Right. Okay. I think that's it. What was I saying? Sometimes as we are attaching the bottom wires to our stems, they'll like when we kind of twist, when we twist, there'll be like little bulges. So we can take pliers like so and crush it. It'll just make it slimmer. So it looks like that's the issue. But other than that, awesome job. Okay, Erica's looks awesome. Looks beautiful. The stems could be a bit slimmer, Erica, but I think you said you're a beginner beater, so it looks awesome. Not going to be too nitpicky. Like the beading, it looks really awesome. Okay, jeans, very beautiful. Awesome beading. Okay, and Karen, beautiful. White clovers. I was telling my husband as I was showing him, sometimes when I show him you guys' flowers and I ask him, can you tell if I made it or if someone else made it? And sometimes he can't, right? So it's, you guys are doing a great job. Okay, Linda. Ooh, I like how that's potted with the green moss. That's beautiful. And the red clover is a bit like a different shape, which is fine. I like it because sometimes they are shaped like that too. So don't worry if it's like slightly different than how I have it because they look like they look like the clovers in the wild. They're all different. So don't worry if it just looks a little bit different than mine. And I think that looks really cool. All right, next. Patties. Oh, I think I showed this one last week. I really love the pastel colors. Um, and contrast that with like the fall colors in the background. That is beautiful. I don't know if clovers are still out. Have I seen clovers? I think they're like I have. I think they're done. I haven't seen any clovers. They're on their way out. Well, here anyways, right? Well, it's gonna snow soon, so. And Priscilla's. Oh, I love it. Very cute vase. There's that moss as well. Very cute. Okay, and Shushma's white clovers, and I think she said she was still working on her red ones. Beautiful. Not not her first rodeo. And Vanya, I think you said it's your first, like one of your first projects. That is amazing. Um, awesome job. I think that's it. Did we look at this already? I think like we're back to the beginning or something like that. So there we are. So okay, Teresa says that the clovers are still up in California. Okay. Awesome. Vanya says, first French beading. You did a great job. Do I have my first French beading project lying around somewhere? I did. I showed it like in a picture a few weeks ago. I did. So compared with my first French beading project with you guys' first French beading project, I think your first French beading project is a lot better than mine because I did it from a book. So, and it's hard for me to follow directions, but I did it. I did it. All right. So now I have, okay, back to my Cosmos. I have 3 of my Cosmos. I am going to attach this one. So maybe next week I should work on my poinsettias. What do you think? Because it's been 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I want to say like 2. I think it's 2. And I need to get that thing done. But I say that about every single project, right? Okay. Let's attach this. So I cut down all of my Cosmos this and last week. Well, yesterday I cut down the rest of my Cosmos. So the end of the season is here. But I did buy more Cosmos seeds. I don't need to buy more Cosmos seeds, but it was on sale for like 50 cents or something, or 25 cents. So I bought more. Okay. I did buy more. So I can't wait for the next season. as we finish off the season. Who else is planting their flower garden? I need to finish planting my spring bulbs. I bought way too much this year. Okay, Vanya wants to know, what is your favorite and your least favorite flower to make? Favorite flower would be the one, would always be the one that I'm currently designing. Because it's, like I said before, it's kind of like a puzzle. Like you look at your flower and you figure out the techniques that you want, that you figure out the techniques that you need to make that flower. So my favorite flower to make would be the one that the one that I'm currently designing. I'm kind of sick of making cosmos because I have so many cosmos. So I can't say that this is my favorite right now. And I am currently not designing anything. So I'm at this point where I need to work on my next tutorial. Oh, I really liked working on the bird of paradise. That was really fun. I really liked that. Um, I wish I had a real flower to use as a sample, and I really tried to get the real flower, but when I was doing it, when I was designing it, when was that? A while ago. It was during the spring when I was designing in the spring. I actually bought I tried to buy, not that I tried to buy, I did buy a bird of paradise plant, but it still hasn't flowered, right? It's like how many months now? And it still hasn't flowered. I think I bought it in like December, last December, and it has not flowered. Um, and then I also bought another bird of paradise plant after I designed the bird of paradise because it was on sale at Costco. It was just, it had a small flower, um, but now it's, in my house and kind of dying, but that's how that is. That's how house plants are in my house. Um, there's not much hope in my house for house plants. But yeah, I would say that was really fun. The bird of paradise was really fun to design. Well, I guess your question is to make. And so yeah, the my favorite flower to make is the one that I'm currently designing. And I really did like designing the bird of paradise. And I would say that my least favorite one to design and to make was the anthurium. Do I have an anthurium here? It's back there. I'm not going to go grab it. My least favorite one would be the anthurium because it took forever. It took forever. It took ages and ages to do just to get the right shape. And I was thinking, oh, how do I get this that slit and everything? Yeah, so that was not fun. And if I did not commit to having a tropical theme collaboration with Lauren Harpster, I would not have used that flower in a beat along because it took so much time. It took too much effort for it to be a beat along flower. I don't think I've recouped my costs in my time for the anthurium, just because it it was the petals and the leaves were very similar, right? But they both just took so long to do. All right, so what's next? And as always, I don't have the things I need. What else is new, you say? Okay, I'm just going to use what I have. If you are currently on right now, if you're just joining us, we are working on projects together. Some of you guys are working on Clover. Some of you are working on Christmas projects already, which is understandable because it's next month. And in DIY time, in crafting world, this is the time. This is when we need to get started. So maybe I'll work on my poinsettia. So I have all of these. I just need to finish it. All right. Just finish the dang poinsettia. It is a dinner plate size. It's big as my head. Because the story with that was my husband went to Home Depot and got I think it was like $1. The poinsettia was like $1, and I used that as a guide to make my pattern. Okay, next, sepals. April, yes, working on planning next year's garden. Okay, so, yep. Okay, back to garden talk. So just took down the cosmos, took down the zinnias. I think for zinnias it can be a whole book in itself because there are so many different types of zinnias that they can be a whole collection in themselves. So I have not designed a zinnia pattern yet, but it is on my list. Everything is on my list, all right? My embroidery floss is over there. Boy. So every year I buy it's so hard to talk today. The words are just not coming out. Every year I buy more daffodil bulbs, more tulip bulbs. Last year I planted parrot tulips, so I hope it survives and comes back next year because I did not buy more tulip parrot bulbs this year. I guess I would like more, but I just did not get around to ordering, and they weren't at a store, so that's why I didn't shop online this year for plants. In April, I did buy more lilies. It was on sale. They weren't calla lilies, but they will do because so there's a bulge right here, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my pliers and crush it. So back in June when I was streaming outside, I was complaining how I was so depressed. I guess I shouldn't say depressed, but I was so sad that there weren't any flowers blooming in June. And I had to wait for the cosmos to come up. So April said, plant calla lilies because they will bloom in June. And I did have lilies that were blooming in June, but just not where I want, not where towards the front. So I did buy some lilies that were on sale from the garden center. It was like $2.50 to like $5. So that's kind of crazy, right? And little by little, I'm going to improve each year. Okay, April says the anthurium was challenging for me, but I enjoyed it. Awesome. Glad you liked it, April. Did you share a picture of your anthurium? I don't remember seeing it. Okay. So I've got like a wire that is, we'll see if I can crush it, or if crushing will help, or if not, then I will undo it. And again, if you are joining me right now and you're thinking, why is Dawn Moneyhan not here? It's she's probably having technical difficulties. We'll get her on another time. So today is just a regular bead and chat. And if you have any questions on French beading or on any of your projects, put it in the chat, because these are my, oh, see here, I didn't trim this. There was a kink in here. So if you didn't pay attention, like me, then and you have a kink in your wire and you don't cut that off, that's just going to make your stem all, got weird shapes in it. Okay. Sometimes I remember when you guys share things, and sometimes I don't. It's just, I'm going to blame it on age, but I shouldn't. Getting old sucks. My brain is not working as well. My body's breaking down. Okay. Wow, after today, then I would have had all my the cosmos that I made assembled. So, cuckoo. All right. Okay, straighten out these wires, because as we're turning, these wires will turn around as well. Okay. So Sue wants to know, is it advisable to work on or over a tray to catch beads from flying off if you drop them? Yes, I always work over a tray or my project tray. I always work over my project tray. This is what I have. Let's see. Oh, here's my, like so. There's a cover. And when I'm done, I put everything back in the tray. Because you'll see that there's tons of things in the tray. There's like little wire pieces. There's wire pieces. There's beads, things like that. So that's what I use. I have several of these project trays with my projects in here. and just everything that I need, like the beads, the wire, and as I'm finishing up the units. It's a mess in here, but it's all in here. So it's all in here. And when you are using a bead spinner, yes, I do recommend that you use a tray, so that it just catches all the beads. Sometimes you can knock over your bead spinner and the beads will be in your tray versus, just all over your table. And so, yes, when I am doing tutorials, you'll not see me working over a tray, right? Because I'm not going to show you this messy tray. I will take out the bead spinner and just have it on this, on this nice surface that you see here. But normally when I'm working, I will have the bead spinner in here actually, or put it on the cover. Where's my cover? Oh, here it is. There it is. Let me go grab the cover. What I will actually do, Sue, is I will take my cover. All right, so we have the cover here. What did I say about getting old? You just twist yourself a little bit and you hurt yourself. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Okay, so the other night there was like a stink bug in the house and I got on a chair to grab it. And then just as I was getting down, I'm like, oh, I twisted myself. Oh man, I'm just twisting myself a little bit and it hurts. Wow. But you know how that is. Okay, so I have this tray. I will take the cover off. And what I'll do is I'll flip it over like this. And it mostly stays on top, like so. And then I will put my bead spinner on here. On some of my trays, I have this, what do you call it? I don't even remember what it's called, but it is a plate of sorts that I can attach my bead spinner on. So I attach my bead spinner. This plate is attached using some clear tape. And what I do is I screw my bead spinner on. And it work that way. And I usually work like on the couch or something like that, right? I'll sit back there on my couch and that's how I work. So if you see me working back there on my previous lives, this is how I had it. I'll put the cover on top of the tray and have it sit on my lap. And then I will work that way. And then I will put my units in this box as I am done. So it's kind of an organized, it's kind of a mess, but kind of an organized mess, right? Trying to do better at organizing. It's a mess in here, but it's all in here, right? It's all in there. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sue says getting old is overrated. Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay. Gotta rub my injury a bit. So last year, like around September, October, I got these shoes. They were too tight and they made my toe hurt. And so I stopped wearing the shoes. And I still have not healed from just wearing too tight shoes. I may just talk to my doctor and see if I need to see a podiatrist or something because it's just my body's just not healing. What's going on? Ugh. Maybe I need calcium. I don't know. uh, okay. April says the problem I have had with working with the tray is that the cat wants to sit on it. Oh man, I've seen you guys' pictures of with your pets, and they're so cute, but so troublesome. I do want a cat, but I feel like I'm not gonna be able to bead. Oh, but they're so cute. Okay, so I told the kids we can have a cat if you guys can be responsible, right? Clean your rooms, clean up your messes, and all that stuff without being reminded. And you know what? We still don't have a pet. So you know how that's going. Because I am not going to, as much as I want a pet, I don't want to have another like living thing that is dependent on me when we're busy enough, right? Okay, so I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish flossing this. And then I'm going to end this, be done today because it's a busy day. I need to get outside and finish all my outside chores. And so if you have any questions, put it in the chat. I'm going to stick around for a bit. Okay. Let me read my directions because sometimes I just do stuff and then. Oh, I get to. Do I assemble this or no? I have 3 of these. Do I assemble or no? I can put your flaws in my hair. Okay. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, well. Oops. Anyways. Anyways. I wasn't supposed to be adding these leaves. But oh well. You don't follow your own directions. Okay. So if you guys have any last minute questions, put them in the chat. Okay. Crush this here. So I noticed that I have been using my pliers a lot lately when I'm assembling, just to get the stems, in order. You're very welcome, Sue. I'm here every week. Well, I try to be. Maybe not around like end of December, because that might be a bit rough as we visit family and stuff. But I think that's the only time where I'm not on. So I enjoy these weekly um, office hours, coffee dates, whatever you call them. Uh, hmm. And do that here. It only took me, I don't know, how many sessions for me to finish this? Maybe 4, 5, maybe more, because I was actually making the cosmos on some of the streams, right? Since summer, since like August, and now it's November, so it's been a while. Um, so let me know what project you guys want me to work on next. I have a few like in progress projects. Um, I have my bird of paradise. I have peonies. You can see the peony, like that pink thing in the background. That is a garden peony, and I have 2 different versions of the peony. So I'm not sure if I want to publish them together or publish the easier pattern in a book and then publish the advanced pattern by itself with a video. Not sure yet. So these are just some of the thoughts that I'm thinking about. So Vanya says, peony is my fave flower. Awesome. I love peonies too. Um, the peony flower. When did I have this pattern? I mean, it's at least 4 or 5 years since I've had it. It's just I haven't finished. Like the tutorial part, the beading part is the easy part. It is the actual, you know, tutorial, PDF, video stuff that is hard. um, not hard, but it's like don't have the time to do all that, right? So each PDF takes so long. I found, what I see, I planted some new peonies. Now I don't remember what variety it is. So I'm excited to find out what peonies I have, because I planted it last fall and they did not flower this year. So now my memory is crap and I can't remember what type of peonies they are. So it will be a surprise. And I planted some, oh, get this. I planted something in the ground and it looks like maybe like a tree. There's some branch, not a tree, but maybe like a little bush or something. I don't remember what it is. Like, so it'll be a surprise. What did I buy? What did I plant? It'll be a surprise. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, right? So some of you want bird of paradise, some of you want peony. So I'll try my best. I think I've gotten some DMs and said, Fen, work on that next. I'm like, oh, okay. It's been, what, 2 weeks since the end of the beat along. And I've just been going since the summer. Like my studio hasn't been clean, just been trying to catch up on everything. So this past week or two, I've just been trying to catch up. And yesterday, I kind of napped. I did some household chores and then just kind of napped and called it a day. So in a way, I kind of feel bad because I didn't get much done, but like you need rest. So I'm not gonna not gonna not going to what you may call it, be too hard on myself because I need rest. Hello, Allah. Allah says, I don't know what you're talking about, but I go with peony. Hello, you're coming on again towards the end of the stream. I am almost done. Look, okay. Cosmos, just as Cosmos are done for the season here in the Midwest USA, we have some beaded ones. So are there still Cosmos in some of your warmer climates? Wherever you guys are? Okay, so we got 2 votes here for peony. Well, I was debating if I have 2 peony patterns. I was deciding if I should have the easier pattern. And let me cut this. If I should have the easier pattern in a book and then have the harder pattern as a PDF, or if I should combine them together. That's just thinking out loud. All right, I am finishing up with my Cosmos. And time is almost up. Got a busy day today, trying to get things done. So any last minute questions, put them in the chat. And I'm just going to finish up. Okay, Allah says, in Jordan, it is almost the end of the season for Cosmos. Yep, same here. I think I may add more flowers. I don't think that's enough. But so far, I'm just going to, it's not enough. Maybe I need like another flower, one more, maybe a smaller blossom, smaller Cosmo. I have a large Cosmo and I have 2, I don't know which one, medium or small. I think I need one more coming out of this way. So I'm not going to go, well, I'm just going to add it here when I finish it, when I make it right here. I'm just going to go down all the way with the floral tape and then continue making more Cosmos. Okay. All right, that is it. Okay, this will be attached onto that trellis way back there. Attached? No, not attached. More like in the planted. You see that pot there? Planted in that pot. So that is the plan. Maybe some yellow Cosmos too. What do you think? Because right now I have pink. Everything is so pink. I feel like we need some yellow Some yellow cosmos, maybe. I don't feel like beading more. Oh, wow. Oh, well. Anyways, we are done for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for... Ooh, my hair is a mess. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Bead and Chat. Hello, Louise. Hello. Coming in at the end. So, yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining me today. Same time, same place next week for another Bead and Chat and a help session. So have a good weekend. Bye.